Hello friends, welcome to Eric Golden Broadcast. Today let's have a look on the amazing case. 100 kilograms Canadian gold coin had been stolen in Germany. Get inside as a security guard, get outside as a millionaire. Well, let's have a look on this amazing one. The gold coin itself, dubbed the Big Maple Leaf with a 5.9 purity and a face value for 1 million Canadian dollars, weighed roughly 100 kilograms, that is about 220 pounds, and had an estimated value of 3.75 million euros at the time, which is about 4.05 million US dollars. Now, if the whole value is already exceed more than 10 million US dollars, it had been donated to the museum by a private collector. It was stolen from the Berlin Gold Museum in the night of March 27th in 2017 and has not been recovered. Police believe it was cut up into smaller pieces as they later found gold particles between 3:20 and 3:50 a.m. on March 27th in 2017. The crime cousins, together with an unidentified accomplice, walked along the light rail tracks running parallel to the Gold Museum in central Berlin, from which they accessed a changing room for museum staff. And in the footage of those uh, security camera, they found even one of those suspects even wear a very unique Armani jacket, quite fashion way. Yes, just like you thought, this fashion suspect they do have something very unique. They have the insider in the museum help them get inside. From there, they quickly infiltrated the Gold Museum's water-owned coin collection, housing some 540,000 pieces coins that included the Big Maple Leaf on special exhibition since 2010, and they only pick up this one. With a half hour, the team had freed Big Maple Leaf from its bulletproof glass case with a huge hammer, then rolled it back with a unbelievable skateboard to the point of entry, dropping it down to the tracks through the ladder and a wheelbarrow plus the skateboard. Together, they rolled the coin away before abseiling from the tracks to a neighboring park in central Berlin, where a getaway car awaited. Well, there's a lot of interesting voices on the network. Well, according to the Reddit, a US friend made such comment. It's nice to know in an era of ransomware and identity theft, some guys are still climbing into windows and stealing huge gold coin with a ladder in the night. I have to say, what a traditional crime scheme. Well, though the finite purity gold coin, one of six in existence, was never seen again, but the whole series of things left behind a trail of solid evidence leading investigators to four suspects, authorities said. One of the suspects, D.W., had been hired at the Gold Museum as a security guard just weeks before the heist. But this is the insider. Digging into his past, authorities discovered the connection to the suspect R family is among one of Germany's most notorious crime networks. Oh, this is a large brand for the thief. The chief suspect on trial, all in their early 20s, are two brothers and a cousin from a Lebanese Berlin family accused of organized crime links. Now, how are they being, found since they have so good covered? Well, very simple. Someone in the bank dirty fund, they accumulate millions of euros in wealth at such a young age, yet they have never worked in Germany. Quite simple, huh? Authorities also discovered that suspect DW had worked the museum's graveyard shift on the days leading up to the heist when three suspicious men dressed in all black walked the exact getaway route, according to the security footage. Experts also analyzed the size and the status of the men portrayed in the security camera footage matched the suspect cousins, both high school dropouts convicted multiple times for petty crimes. Now they made a big one. A subsequent search on the suspect's apartment turned up clothing with gold particles matching the high purity of Big Maple Leaf. After all, the 5 purity gold is quite rare in the whole world. The same particles were found in more than one of the suspect R families cars, suggesting the coin was immediately broken apart, melted down, transported, and sold. Meanwhile, the search on the suspect W's apartment resulted in a pair of gloves with security glass particles matching those of the window through which the thieves accessed the museum. The phones of the suspect also contained a detailed search history of how to break down large pieces of gold, and the investigators uncovered a rare jacket, that is, the Armani jacket in his possession, clearly identifiable in security footage. And now let's we have a look on the result for those thieves. Well, no doubtly, they were caught by the policeman quite soon. The Berlin court sentenced three men on Thursday over the 2017 theft of a gigantic gold coin from a city museum. Two defendants, ages 23 and 21, were sentenced as teenagers, not adults, and handed 4.5-year prison sentence. The third convicted defendant, a 21-year-old guard at the museum, the insider received a prison sentence of 3 years and 4 months. A fourth defendant was acquitted, directly set free. The trial, which began more than 1 year ago, lasted 41 court days due to the complexity of the whole case. State prosecutors, though, insisted, for the heavier prisons on those involved, yet the defense attorney had argued for acquittal. So, someone may be curious about what is the result for the coin owner since such a huge gold coin. Well, he was also in trouble. The insurance company refused to pay all the insurance money. They only paid 20% of the whole value. At that time, it is about 800,000 euros. Since it pointed out there was museum insider security staff involved in the case, and there was obvious safety shortcomings. So they're still in the lawsuit. The insurance company and the museum and the owner of the coin. And finally, let's we have a look on the beginning of this gold coin. After forging in Canadian Royal Mint, it was sent to the auction in June in 2010. During the auction in Vienna, it has been sold at the price of 3.27 million euros, which is 4 times higher than its face value. The face value is 1 million Canadian dollars. Now, due to the rising of the gold price during these years, as you can see from the 3-digit times for the gold price per ounce, now directly over 1,000 for now, from 1,000, 2,000, now it's even more than 5,000 US dollars per ounce. So the gold price has almost turned up, have a huge rise for like 8 times, and the gold coin itself, also have a more than 8 times the price rise. And for the purity of this gold is very rare. Finite purity, this is higher than most of the market can provide it. But luckily, we have the same type of the gold coin, also made by the Royal Canadian Mint, with the same purity, just smaller one. Also, they have the fiat money function. They have the face value on a surface. Depends on which type and the year. Like in the 2011 version, you will have a 350 Canadian dollars face value on its front. On the back side, you will see the maple. This is the highest purity commodity, obviously the stuff that you can buy from the market. You will see the fronty, the face of the Elizabeth II on the front side, and the maple on the back. It was one of the most iconic maple leaf